International Treasury, the carbon offset system will encourage reduced greenhouse gas emissions in sectors not directly covered by the proposed carbon tax. Investments in public transport, agriculture, forestry and other land use, as well as waste sectors, are likely to qualify.
There's been a lot of talk that says that the carbon tax is only a revenue generation instrument, but the carbon offsets create a mechanism whereby it can have a very positive impact on greenhouse gas emissions and also on other social conditions in South Africa through the creation and support of a green economy.
But not everyone is happy about this latest version of those documents.
Still some practical challenges around the policy and making sure that the credit is really a credit. So there's a governance side that goes with it. But yeah, I think we're certainly excited and looking forward to it.
There's some disappointment in the regulations because they are fundamentally unchanged since the last set that came out for public comment. And we had a number of issues with those regulations at the time, and Treasury haven't taken very much of a business's main comments into consideration in those regulations.
The carbon tax is slated to be implemented in 2017. That's according to National Treasury, who are driving the tax process. The question is whether it happens before the country's national budget speech in February or not.
I think one of the missing pieces of the puzzle was the offset regulations, because the offsets form a very central part of the carbon tax infrastructure. And with the regulations out now, I think there's good progress on the way towards actually implementing the tax.
However, there are still several areas that remain unclear which have to be resolved.
What business aren't able to do is understand what the actual regulations related to how Treasury will calculate the tax, because the thing of emissions variability, the issue of offsets haven't actually changed very much. So business haven't been able to actually calculate what their liability would be.
Despite this, it appears some sectors are ready to develop projects that will generate offsets or find other businesses that have carbon offsets that they wish to trade.
We also see a lot of large emitters that will be liable to pay carbon tax. That's already starting to look towards the purchasing, acquisition of carbon offsets to mitigate their carbon tax exposure.
It's good news in that it's the next step in the policy process. The confusion comes in between definitions in certain documents, so we're going to have to see how that plays out. But the bottom line is business is ready and it appears that the market's ready. I'm Angelo Coppola for CCTV outside the JSE in Sandton.